Let's go. Let's go. Will somebody go? Come on, let's go. Go this way. Jesus Christ. Come on, man.
Okay, yeah, throw him out. Throw him out into the cold. You know, don't give them their coat. No coats. No coats. Confiscate their coat. You know, you can't win.
Well, they're illegal.
Illegal. Okay.
Yeah, that's
okay.
What we're trying.
Wait, that's ridiculous, though. How are they going to come in? You're going to want them to fucking jump out here. Come here.
Apply here.
Yeah, okay. I don't support Trump.
Fuck everybody in here that want me to leave. Fuck what y'all think. Be respectful. I care about my son. My son. My son is on the court. Look at that bullshit. Black, black, black. It don't look like it.
I never called any attention. Bye.
You're not going anywhere.
Neither am I.
Well then, shut up.
The fuck am I?
Shut the hell
No,
up.
I will not shut the hell up. No, I won't. No, I will not. I will not shut the fuck up. And you will not tell me to be quiet. Excuse me. You should dismiss it.
Do you feel like immigrants are taking our jobs, or just that it's illegal and we need to take care of it?
Taking our jobs and they're killing our economy.
You have to wipe out their homes where they came from. You have to absolutely wipe them out. It's the only way you're going to stop terrorism.
USA! USA! USA!
Are you in favor of bombing terrorist homes?
Absolutely. Absolutely. People will continue to reproduce and they will raise children in their beliefs.
Bible verse. Bible verse.
What's your favorite?
It's 1 Timothy 3, 1-7. Okay, it is noble to seek the office of overseer. However, he who does should be above reproach, sober-minded, not quarrelsome, only married once, and not a great lover of money.
Oh, boy. Am I in trouble?
What say you? I just wanted to ask you a question. I was assaulted. Shit. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Get off me! Get off me! Come on! What are you doing?
Outside.
Come on! I just wanted to ask a question. Through the rally, and she was escorted out. So just one of several disruptions at this rally tonight. And then some other people in this crowd turned pretty ugly on her and started shouting some epithets and other things. So just one slice of an otherwise pretty boring.
What about free speech? What about free speech? Trump's a racist! Trump's a racist!
People, their major families, what they go. Do we give it the B job, the C job, the A job?
You're very rude. It's not about you.
It's not about.
Get out of my country. Get out.
This is
not
my,
about you.
I'm a U.S. citizen too.
Well, whatever. No, Univision. No, it's not about you.
It's not about you. It's about the United States.
No, it is. It's about the United States.
USA, 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 USA.
Right there. That's the one right there. Right there. She's throwing it right there.
Donald Trump is now saying Muslims should not be allowed to enter this country until the U.S. figures out what's going on. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I do.
Why?
I don't want them here. They need to go.
You know, it's amazing. I mentioned food stamps, and that guy who's seriously overweight went crazy. He went crazy. Amazing. Amazing. The American dream is dead, but I'm going to make it bigger and stronger, more powerful, more beautiful than ever. More beautiful than ever.
We've got people in positions of power who I know for a fact are liars. Liars. I watch the TV. My president comes on the TV and he lies to me. I know he's lying. He lies all the time.
Look for him.
I don't believe any one of them. Not one. I believe Donald.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, he says what I'm thinking.
So we're going to build the wall. It's going to be a great wall, and it's going to be paid for by Mexico. Believe me, 100%. 100%. We're not paying for it. Mexico's paying for it. Believe me. We got to go and we got to knock the shit out of these people.
Hey, Brad, we got to fight. Brad.
No, it's a video? Is it a video?
It is.
He asked you vote for Trump.
Speak.
He asked you why.
Why?
Oh, why? Oh, convince us.
Why are you voting for Trump?
Oh, because of his political incorrectness.
Why are you voting for Trump, guys?
Well, we want a strong military, and we feel that he's going to be the one to do it. And our Second Amendment rights, we want that to be taken care of also.
And he can't be bought.
And he can't be bought.
So is that the main thing? Because he hasn't obviously been a politician before.
That's all right. That's what we want. Somebody that nobody's going to jump in on him.
No, that's what I mean, just in regards to the military. He has no military experience.
That's all right. He's going to be strong on our military.
Okay.
He wants to build it back up instead of tear it down.
You're at a Trump rally?
We're not going to change the deal. We're going to say that, you know, when you think of it, all of the things that we all want.
Yeah, I said ditch it. Very simple.
illegal aliens back to their home countries.
People black and brown.
Attacking people black and brown.
Mama, tell us why.
Stop it! Stop!
Why are people black?
What is wrong with you? No, that's not appropriate behavior.
And this guy started screaming by himself. And I don't know, rough up. Maybe he should have been roughed up because it was absolutely disgusting what he was doing.
Stop it! You KKK! You're from the KKK! Stop! Light the motherfucker on fire!
I want to have a private jet someday. I don't want anybody to tell me there's anything wrong with having a private jet.
He punched me as much as he can, lefty hand. Then he grabbed me here. Again, he punched me here.
The daylight attack on Mr. Haq was the latest of recent attacks on Muslims and the Muslim community in New York and the Northeast.
In this packed Phoenix ballroom, which has a capacity of about 4,500 people, a lack of love from about 20 protesters who unfurled a banner and shouted, "Stop the racism, stop the hate," in reference to Trump's painting many Mexican undocumented immigrants as rapists and criminals.
We need to build a wall, and we need to put armed people on that border and keep the illegals out.
I would do things that would be so tough that I don't even know if they'd be around to come to the table.
Now suddenly he is resonating. He is resonating with the people, and he's speaking our minds. When the pundits and the experts and all the people who are supposed to be in the know and know all this stuff, and they're so great, I know some of them, maybe not all, but some of them are lying to me straight to my face.
What somebody like Donald Trump is doing is playing on the fears and anxieties of the American people. And people are afraid. They're afraid of terrorism, rightfully so. They're anxious about an economy in which the middle class is disappearing. We're seeing massive levels of income and wealth inequality. People are worried about the future for their kids. These are legitimate fears. So instead of having a rational discussion about how we rebuild the middle class, how we deal with Wall Street, how we have a tax system in which the wealthy and powerful start paying their fair share of taxes, what Trump is saying is it's all the Muslims' fault. It's all the Mexicans' fault.
How do you explain why that's doing so well right now?
Because it's an easy solution. How do we rebuild the middle class? Well, you're going to have to stand up to corporate America. You're going to have to stand up to Wall Street. You're going to have to create millions of decent paying jobs by rebuilding our infrastructure. You're going to have to provide health care to all people, et cetera, et cetera. But what Trump says, and this is new, this is what demagogues all over the world historically have done. They say, are you nervous? Are you scared? Are you frightened for the future? I'll tell you the reason. It's the Muslims. All those Muslims out there are terrorists. We have to stop them coming into this country. It's the Mexicans. It's the immigrants who are coming in. They're all rapists and criminals. Oh, okay. Now I'm angry. We're going to take it out on them. Meanwhile, this same Trump says the minimum wage in America, which is $7.25 an hour, he says it's good that we have a low minimum wage. This guy Trump is saying we need to give hundreds of billions of dollars in tax breaks to the top 0.3%, the very richest people in this country.
How do you defeat that?
You defeat it by going out to the working people in this country and making it clear that if we are going to create an economy that works for our kids, that works for working families, we have got to do it together. We have to understand the real causes, and the real causes are the greed of corporate America, the greed of Wall Street, not some poor Mexican who is in this country trying to live on $7 an hour.
Stupid. That's the problem. Mexico, the Mexican government. Yes. If you cared about immigrants, you would be protesting the Mexican embassy for the murders and disappearance of hundreds of thousands of Central American immigrants coming in every year. No, Americans do not rape. Yo soy racista. Yo soy racista. Yo soy racista.
You can be racist against other brown people. Brown people can
I'm Salvadorian Spanish. I'm a racist because I'm Salvadorian Spanish. And where are you?
I am not a racist. Anybody can.
So I'm a racist. I'm an immigrant.
Says the racist.
I am not a racist.
Are you an immigrant?
I'm a veteran. I'm an immigrant, okay?
I'm an immigrant. And I'm racist.
I'm illegal. I am illegal.
Okay, let's get out of here. Come on.
Because you can't handle being called a racist?
You're a stupid, dumb, fucking ignorant bitch.
Speak
and
your
you
mind.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Needs to be asked.
Well, the question is also being asked. A lot of attention has been placed on his candidacy, Donald Trump, in the media. Now you have reports saying, listen, what about his supporters? What are we learning about his supporters, the new people truly that he is, to his point, bringing into the fold? Gabe Gutierrez, actually, Jacob, one of our reporters, and I don't want to quote the wrong reporter here, was just out of the Trump campaign. I think we have the sound, and my team will have to tell me, where they spoke with some Trump supporters. Let's play what they said.
David Duke and people like that, they come out from under the rocks all the time around this time this year. It got nothing to do with Donald Trump. We're all Americans. I think we need to stop with all the racist stuff and the race baiting. Like me and my friend right here, we just met today, we was talking. You know, we got to stop with the racist stuff and this, that. We all Americans, man, and nobody paying David Duke no mind.
Clearly, let me just be clear here. Obviously, the majority of Donald Trump supporters are not African American. I don't know how many African Americans were in that building, but that is one person that we have chosen to cut that sound from, David.
Hey, guys, tell me what went down there. What was going on?
This guy just started yelling, "Fuck Trump," and I'm only 16. I'm wearing a hat. Go back to Mexico. Go back to Mexico, fool. What's going on, man? You like it so bad? Go back. Why are you here? Why are you carrying a gun? Because I'm a fucking American.
Yeah,
I'm a country man.
I have the right.
You touch him, you're down.
That's my
You touch
Second
him, you're
Amendment
down.
right. He asked me, why am I carrying a gun? Because I'm an American.
Stay away from him.
Are you an American? Are you an American citizen?
Yeah.
Why are you not carrying a gun?
He doesn't want to carry a gun as an asshole. He doesn't want to add assholes like you.
Is that You're lucky all these cops are here, bro. Yeah,
represent the EDL. I've come all the way from Leamington Spa, all the way up in Warwickshire, yeah? Donald Trump, he needs a match, right? He's telling
coming to an anti-racism demo, and you say you're not racist. You're welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees. Come on, that motherfucker. Come on, that fucking nigga. I see you here. Refugees! No more! Refugees! Left-wing scum! Off our streets! Left-wing scum! Off our streets! Nazi scum! Left-wing scum! Left-wing scum! Left-wing scum! Left-wing scum! Off our streets! Left-wing scum! Off our streets! Left-wing scum! Off our streets! Nazi scum! 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 Off our streets! Nazi scum! Off our streets! Nazi scum! Off our streets! Nazi scum! Off our streets!
Guys, wait here, wait here. Everyone back, please, back. Wait here. Please call me. Thank you very much, sir. Guys, wait here. Follow your leader. Shoot yourself like Adolf Hitler. Follow your leader. Shoot yourself like Adolf Hitler.